What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by two things. Since we don't do any sponsorships here on the channel, I'll go ahead and chill them out real quick. The first is my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and the second is a new podcast I just launched on my YouTube music channel called Chasing Infinity. It is myself and ChatGPT, and we dive into a wide range of topics. So check it out. Links in the description below, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, it is out with the old and in with the new, out with Rebellion and in with Conclave Arcana, which is going to be the next core set, I believe set number 6. And we have the official proposal here that gives details into a lot of different things, including the time, the cost, the new packs, and a couple of changes in how the structure of this whole thing is going to work. So I did a live stream, and serendipitously enough, like literally right after I hit record or to go live, it ended up being, they posted this proposal, and we covered it somewhat in depth in the live stream, but I'm not going to make you go back and watch through all that. There's obviously a lot of commentary and things that we, left turns that we like to take while we're on the live stream. So figured I would do a video obviously focusing on this and break it down for you with my thoughts. So let's go ahead and dive in. There's a lot to take in here. I don't want to read the entire thing to you, so I'm going to try and skip to and through all of the things that I think are the most relevant. So first things first, this is an official proposal from the team. You can see it's from the Splinterlands account. The team is asking for 600 million DEC tokens, roughly $600,000 at PEG. With DEC at PEG, clearly we're not there, but 600 million tokens, which is the same amount that they asked for with the Hall of Legends promo, right? So I guess roughly the same thing. And it's going to be the same as Rebellion in terms of, the proposal is going to cover the cost of development, release, and operations, as well as a 50% revenue share paid in DEC tokens to the team. So here's the time frame. The Conclave Arcana set is expected to be completed and released by the end of April 2025. So roughly 6 months from now, beginning with the standard pre-sale phase, which is expected to occur probably about 30 days or so beforehand. The set is expected to contain a similar number of cards as the core Rebellion set, with the card design, stats, etc. And then let's see, everything is going to be determined by the Splinterlands company as part of the normal development process. So nothing's necessarily changing there. But they do have 3 new types of packs in addition to the standard booster, right? So you got the standard booster pack that is once again going to cost 4,000 DEC, similar to Chaos Legion and Rebellion. No bulk purchase bonuses, which I think is interesting, and will contain 5 cards randomly selected from the set. So here's the 3 new types of packs. You have a legendary pack, you have an alchemist pack, and the starter packs. And there's been a lot of conversation around each of these already. Let's dive into legendary first. This is a standard pack, but instead of a rare guarantee, that's actually increased to a legendary guarantee, meaning that at least 1 out of 5 cards is guaranteed to be a legendary card. And the pack is going to cost 24,000 DEC or $24 at PEG. That's kind of crazy. That's a little high. It's interesting, but I actually do think that there will be a market for this. I'm just not sure. I don't know. I haven't mathed it out yet, and I think people are still in that phase. And obviously, we're going to go through this more on the next live stream, or not live stream, but the next town hall. So that's pack number 1. Pack number 2 is an Alchemist Pack. This one is going for 12,000 DEC, so half of that, but still 3 times the normal amount. And in this one, you are guaranteed a gold foil card. Now, no rarity involved. My guess is that if it's similar to a standard pack, at least one of the cards is guaranteed to be rare. And now you're just having an additional guarantee of one of the cards being gold foil. Of course, you can still use, your legendary and gold foil potions, or legendary and alchemy potions to, increase the chances on the rest of them. But that is pack number 2. Now, keep in mind, these 2 are still planned to be transferable as NFTs as packs, right? So you'll still be able to sell them in game and on Hive Engine and all that good stuff. But there's a third pack, which is not going to be transferable. It's not going to be seen as an NFT, and that is the starter pack. Now, this one is going to cost 5,000 DEC, so $5 is actually more than the current booster pack, but it's going to contain 25 cards from the Conclave Arcana set. These packs will only contain common and rare cards, and no gold foil, right? So the rarity is restricted to just common and rare, and there's a percentage breakdown here where each card has a chance of 80% being common, 20% being rare. So roughly you should end up with roughly 20 common cards and 5 rare cards. Again, unless the RNG absolutely hates you. Potions will not be able to be used because they don't contain legendary or gold foil cards. And as I said earlier, these are not going to be transferable. You will, they're not going to be transferable. They're not treated as NFTs, and therefore there's no limit to the amount of packs that people can buy, which I think is interesting, right? They want to have starter packs as a cheaper option for players to build, and they want them to be available the entire time that Rebellion not Rebellion, but Conclave Arcana is out and available for sale. So they say here we plan to include a starter pack for free with a spellbook purchase, and of course the team is going to cover the cost of that with there, and send half of the revenue share to the DAO. Okay, so pre-sale and general sale. There's only going to be 5 million standard boosters, 1 million Alchemist packs, and 500,000 legendary packs. So it's really 6.5 million. We've come down dramatically, right? 15 million for Chaos Legion originally, 10 million for Rebellion, and now we're looking at 6.5 million for Conclave Arcana. But again, there's also going to be the unlimited starter packs, which we'll discuss more. And I'm sure the team is going to discuss more in the town hall tomorrow. It seems like there's a lot of interesting ideas going around right now, and I wonder if the team is going to be receptive to adjusting this proposal for those. Now, 10% of each type of pack will be made available in the pre-sale phase, which will begin roughly 30 days before the set is released. So if we're looking at by the end of April, hopefully that pre-sale is going to be sometime in March, just to give people a time frame. Packs purchased during the pre-sale will not be able to be opened until the general sale and is released, and the set is released. Any packs allocated to the pre-sale phase that are not sold will be burned. Now, the benefit of purchasing this, same kind of deal as we had for Rebellion. There's going to be 2 limited edition promo cards that will be airdropped when the set is released. Additionally, there will be various leaderboard rewards for players who purchase the most packs by dollar value, right? So I believe each pack you buy, because again, there's different prices here, right? So the amount that you spend in dollars is going to be what it is, not the amount of packs in total. And of course, they're going to have leaderboard prizes that include titles, limited edition promo cards, and design rights for the 6 legendary summoner cards, as we've done with previous sets. Now, the general sale is planned to be launched shortly after the pre-sale phase ends, at which point people will have the opportunity to purchase the remaining 90% of packs. Each day, we're going to have a burn, right? So if fewer than 15,000 booster packs, 3K Alchemist, and 1.5 legendary packs are sold, then 90% of those will be burned, and 10% will go to the DAO account for promotional or other purposes in the future. So this guarantees that all of Conclave Arcana packs, with the exception of starters, will be sold out in 300 days. So assuming this goes live, let's say end of April, right? Roughly end of April. That would give a time frame where this sells out, burns out by end of February 2026, which is quite important when you think about the 4-year cycle. I'm still big on the 4-year cycle. Every time we go through this, everybody's like, this time's different. Like, no, it's not. Like, Bitcoin's going to top out sometime next year, and then it's going to start its long, brutal bear market probably by the end of 2025 or early 2026. So it'll be good that we'll be done with the set by then, and then we'll see where the team kind of goes from there. If they're going to launch something kind of at the start, or I guess it's not necessarily the start. And the reason I'm harping on this is because we had the Chaos Legion set essentially launch in January of 2022, and we were already well on our way to being in a bear market at that point, right? There were certain things that were still kind of hyped up and people thought we could continue longer, but the interest rates, we pivoted back in November 2021. So there was liquidity was already leaving the market, but I digress. So it'll be good for us to ride an entire, hopefully, bull run, right? Launching this in the middle of the bull run, which I think is important. And then, of course, it sells out, burns out by the time we get to what I think is going to be the start of the next bear market, or at least that portion of the 4-year cycle. Okay, so starter packs plan to remain available until the following major set is released to ensure there's always cheap packs available for new players. Now, major changes coming to conflicts. Let's dive into that. As with previous sets, roughly 10 additional cards are planned. 6 of them are going to be the legendary summoners. I think it's going to be roughly every 30 days, right? So first, we plan for Rebellion, Core, Promo, and unlocked Rebellion reward cards, not soulbound, and Rebellion booster packs to be able to be staked on mage wagons in the Conclave Arcana conflicts for chances to earn those airdrop points. However, they'll only be worth half. So this is giving additional utility to the Rebellion, essentially the entire Rebellion set at this point, right? I'm not sure yet how I feel about that fully. I haven't thought through all of the implications. A lot of the things that we were brainstorming live on stream were generally positive, right? Because what this does is it adds additional utility. It rewards the people who went heavy on Rebellion because now they're going to get an additional 10 months of value there. And it also, for the people that are planning to get in now, it also encourages sales because people know that, well, it's not, even if I missed the conflicts, for example, right? I sat out for all of Rebellion, but if I buy the cards now, I'm going to get additional utility, right? So it's just that added value that's being put there, which I think is, it rewards people who went heavy on Rebellion, and it's encouraging people to buy Rebellion packs now, which again is a good thing because the more we sell for Rebellion between now and the end of what's that called? The end of December or December 18th, I believe. We could spur the flywheel potentially sooner, right? If all of a sudden, we're talking about hundreds of millions or billions of DEC combined with, of course, the Hall of Legends promo and any other cool stuff that they launch between now and then. So that all seems quite positive. The only negative that comes to mind, and I haven't really thought through this, but I wonder if it devalues holding the Conclave Arcana packs or cards. Now, then again, people are going to be buying those cards anyway. They're going to have, top tier, airdrop points because they're essentially 2x. And people are buying the cards, I'm assuming, because they want the value of those cards and they want the, not the value, but the playable utility of those cards. And so maybe that's somewhat mitigated, especially if we're setting a new precedent that, Conclave Arcana is going to have two essentially conflicts, right? Their own as well as the following, whatever core set number 7 ends up being. So maybe it doesn't eat into that too much and it just promotes Rebellion sales, all of which is good, right? But again, that's the only thing that comes to mind. Now, please note that the Legendary and Alchemist packs are planned to be worth 6x and 3x points respectively. And the starter packs, as we mentioned earlier, those are not NFTs, so they'll not be able to be used in conflicts at all. But if you open the packs, you get NFTs out of the packs and you'll be able to use those cards on the wagons. Now, second, we plan for mage wagons to require repairs after each conflict. The exact cost for the repairs is TBD, but will be significantly less than to purchase a new wagon, and we plan to explore options to allow other tokens to be used for this, such as land resources. Remember, they're putting in stone, ore, and wood, or iron, something, and wood. So that could be interesting, especially if they're able to stick the landing with getting land 1.75 out in Q1 sometime, right? And then we get this in Q2. I said this live on stream, but my initial thought was, this complicates things, and now utility that really should just go to DEC is now going to other tokens because they got to prop up other tokens. But in a way, I kind of like the interconnectedness of this, right? For people who come in and just start playing the game, all of a sudden it's like, oh well, if I want to participate, I got to go either set up my own land or participate in the LPs and get some wood and iron and whatever else is necessary. So in a way, I like it. It adds a kind of cohesiveness to the entire ecosystem. And I just like that immersive nature of it, even though we're just kind of propping up other tokens. But again, we're going to have to prop up. There's going to be 50 other new tokens and resources and stuff. We're going to have to find value from them at some point. And sadly, all of that ends up coming out of DEC and the flywheel. Okay, let's see what else here. Second, we plan for mage wagons to require repairs after each. Okay. Additionally, there is planned to be similar cost to upgrade Rebellion mage wagons, so they will work in Conclave Arcana conflicts. We feel it is important and beneficial to the ecosystem as a whole to add additional token sinks into the economy, especially considering the amount of value given out via the airdrop cards through the conflicts. All tokens spent for repairs will be burned. I don't know how I feel about that one. I mean, look, if all this stuff gets burned anyway, and I don't know yet what my financial commitment is going to be on any of this, but I think that part kind of sucked because I was like, people went heavy on wagons, and I was even one of the people that was like, hey, like wagons, as soon as vouchers are gone, right, you'll have to pay like full price. And I know several people that went and bought these wagons because we were kind of told that like they might, again, there was no guarantees, but we were told that they might have like additional utility in the future. And now it's like, okay, well, there's Rebellion wagons and there's Conclave Arcana wagons. And now you're going to have to pay an additional cost to upgrade them, which I don't know. To me, that just doesn't seem fantastic, but we'll see. We'll see what the feedback is for the team. Modern format. I think we're all aware that Chaos Legion will be rotating out, so they confirm that here. Chaos Legion, Rift Watchers, and of course all the promo and reward cards. Now they do say here, in addition to the Secret of Praetoria expansion, which we feel is a very innovative use case for older cards, the team is actively exploring other ideas to provide ongoing utility and value for older cards that align with our overall goals, priorities, and resources. So, I take that. I'm not trying to be negative here because I'm actually quite excited about the next phase, but I take this to mean kind of like nothing like outside of land. Like again, let me explain myself, because again I don't want to come off super negative here. They're saying that land is the use case for older cards. That's what it was designed for, and it's a matter of getting that on, online. And at this point in time, the rough timeline that we have is that Land 1.75 is going to launch in Q1, and then we're going to get this roughly at the beginning of Q2. So they're saying that land should be enough, but we're going to explore other ideas within, the means that we have available to us and the resources that we have available to us. All of which kind of tells me that there's not much. I'm not expecting anything from that, right? Land, they feel, is more than enough. I'm not saying that this is like lip service, but we all know where the resources with the team are at. And I'm just not going to have any expectations going forward that there's going to be other things that they'll be able to put forth. Now, if they do, that's awesome. But I'm just not going to expect like, some burn event or all the infinite card staking that I've talked about in the past, or the guild card staking and things like that. I don't know if they have. I'm not expecting the resources and capacity for them, especially if they got Glamour going on, they got Land going on, and they're going to have this new set to go along with obviously all of the End of Rebellion sales, Hall of Legends that goes until January. So it just seems like there's a lot happening there, and I'm just not going to expect anything. But that being said, hopefully Land will lead to a little bit more once that does go live. Then they talk about the mini set here at the end, saying that, they thought about doing a mini set, but with the success of the Hall of Legends promo event, and assuming the DAO approves this proposal, they're thinking that we don't need one, which again, I'm very much in favor of, I guess I wasn't in favor of a mini set. So I'm very much aligned with them moving this forward. I just think that there's so many benefits to rotating Chaos Legion, Gladiators, the entire thing just out of modern format. And probably the most important thing is launching in a bull market. I mentioned this earlier, right? Launching in the middle of a bull market, not pushing this to the end of 2025 when things could be winding down, right? Like it's similar to what happened with Chaos Legion 3 years ago, or I guess 4 years ago at that point. So to me, it just makes a ton of sense to be doing this earlier, and I'm happy for that. Now let's see if the SPS stakeholder community would instead prefer to do a Rebellion mini set later this year, 2024, and push back the release of the next major set until late 2025. They want you to vote against the proposal. So the mini set, I guess, is not dead. But on the other hand, if the community supports skipping a mini set and launching the next major set early in 2025, we encourage you to approve this proposal, even if you disagree with certain proposed details of the sale launch. So I feel like there's a little handcuff there, because it's like, even if you don't like this specifically, if you don't want the mini set, just vote for this, and then we can talk about proposals later. And whatever. It is what it is. I'm happy enough with this that I'm gonna vote for it, and I think so far it looks like it's been quite positive. But on the whole, I think the next 6 months will be relatively exciting, and if there's any chance that we can get flywheel action before this comes out, I think that puts us in a position where we actually hit the ground running in 2025, like Q2 2025, which could be, who knows, bonkers times, right? If it ends up being anything like 2017 or 2021. But That is all speculation. That is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How are you thinking through this? Is there any question that's burning for you in terms of like wanting to dive deeper into this during the town hall? Obviously, that's happening in less than 24 hours from the time that I'm recording this, and probably by the time that you watch this. So we'll wait and see what's there. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.